Tarzan Goes to India is your Tuesday movie this week, and you can enjoy the action from ATV at 2 this afternoon. But now, Just So Stories.
Attend and listen, for this befell, O my best beloved, which is you, when the tame animals were wild. Of course the man was wild too. He didn't even begin to be tame till he met the woman, who picked out a nice dry cave to lie down in, and she lit a nice fire of wood, and she hung a dried wild horse skin across the opening, and she said, "Wipe your feet, dear, when you come in, and we'll keep house." Well, that night, best beloved, they ate wild roast sheep, roasted on hot stones, and went to sleep in front of the fire, ever so happy. Well, out in the wet wild woods, Wild Dog smelled the smell of the roast mutton and said, "I will go up and see, for I think it is good. Cat, come with me." "Nenny," said the cat, "I am the cat who walks by himself, and all places are alike to me. I will not come." But he slipped after Wild Dog softly and hid himself where he could hear everything. Anyway, when Wild Dog reached the mouth of the cave, he said, "Oh, my enemy," which was the woman, "what is this that smells so good in the wild woods?" Then the woman threw a roasted mutton bone to Wild Dog and said, "Taste and try." It was more delicious than anything Wild Dog had ever tasted. Now, the woman said, "Help my man to hunt through the day and guard this cave at night, and I will give you as many roast bones as you need." And Wild Dog laid his head on the woman's lap. But Cat went back through the wet wild woods, waving his wild tail and walking by his wild lone. Next night, the woman cut the green grass from the water meadows and dried it before the fire, so it smelt like new-mown hay. And out in the wild woods, Wild Horse said, "I will go and see, for I think it is food. Cat, come with me." "Nenny," said the cat, "I am the cat who walks by himself, and all places are alike to me. I will not come." But he followed Wild Horse softly and hid himself where he could hear everything. And Wild Horse said, "Oh, my enemy," which was the woman, "where is Wild Dog?" And the woman said, "You did not come here for Wild Dog, but for the sake of this good grass." And Wild Horse said, "Yes, that's true. Give it to me to eat." And the woman said, "Wild thing out of the wild woods, bend your wild head and wear what I give you, and you shall eat the wonderful grass 3 times a day." And Wild Horse bent his wild head, and the woman slipped a plate hide halter over it. "Ah," said the cat, listening. And he went back through the wild wet woods, waving his wild tail and walking by his wild lone. Well, next day, Wild Cow came up to the cave, and the cat followed and hid himself. And everything happened just the same as before. And the woman said the same things as before. And when Wild Cow had promised to give her milk to the woman every day in exchange for the wonderful grass, the cat went back through the wet, wild woods, waving his wild tail and walking by his wild lone. Next day, the cat walked to the cave by himself. And Cat said, "Oh, my enemy," that was to the woman, "you are very wise and very beautiful." And the woman said, "I did not know I was beautiful. So I will make a bargain with you. If ever I say one word in your praise, you may come into the cave. And if you say 2 words in my praise," said the cat, "you may sit by the fire in the cave. And if you say 3 words," said the cat, "you may drink the warm white milk 3 times a day, for always and always and always." So Cat went far away and hid in the wet, wild woods by his wild lone. Only the little upside-down bat that hung inside the cave knew where Cat hid, and every evening Bat would fly to Cat with news of what was happening. And one evening, Bat said, "There is a baby in the cave." "Ah," said the Cat, "then my time has come." So next night, Cat walked through the wet, wild woods and hid very near the cave till morning time. The woman was busy cooking, and the baby cried. So she carried him outside and gave him a handful of pebbles to play with, but still the baby cried. Then the Cat put out his patty paw and patted the baby on the cheek, and it cooed. And the Cat rubbed against its fat knees and tickled it under its fat chin with his tail, and the baby laughed. And the woman heard the baby and smiled. Then the little upside-down bat said, "Oh, my hostess, a wild thing from the wild woods is most beautifully playing with your baby." "A blessing on that wild thing, whoever he may be," said the woman. And that very minute, best beloved, the dried horse-skin curtain at the mouth of the cave fell down, whoosh, because it remembered the bargain she had made with the Cat. And lo and behold, the Cat was sitting quite comfy inside the cave. "Oh, my enemy," said the Cat, "it is I, for you have spoken a word in my praise, and now I can sit within the cave for always and always and always. But still, I am the Cat who walks by himself, and all places are alike to me." The woman was very angry and took up her spinning wheel and began to spin. But the baby cried because the Cat had gone away. "Oh, my enemy," said the Cat, "take a strand of your thread and tie it to your spindle whorl and drag it along the floor, and I shall make your baby laugh." So the woman tied the thread to the little clay spindle whorl and drew it across the floor, and the Cat ran after it and patted it with his paws and rolled head over heels and tossed it backwards over his shoulder and pretended to lose it, till the baby laughed loudly. "Now," said the Cat, "I will sing the baby a song." And he began to purr till the baby fell asleep. And the woman smiled and said, "That was wonderfully done. No question, but you are very clever, O Cat." That very minute, best beloved, the smoke of the fire came down in clouds, because it remembered the bargain she had made with the Cat. And lo and behold, the Cat was sitting quite comfy close to the fire. "Oh, my enemy," said the Cat, "it is I, for you have spoken a second word in my praise, and now I can sit by the warm fire at the back of the cave for always and always. But still, I am the Cat who walks by himself, and all places are alike to me." Then the woman was very angry and made a magic that should prevent her from saying a third word in praise of the Cat. And by, the cave grew so still that a little mouse crept out of a corner and ran across the floor. "Oh, oh," said the woman, "oh," and she jumped up on the footstool. Then Cat caught the little mouse, and the woman said, "Oh, 100 thanks, oh." Well, that very minute, oh, best beloved, the milk pot that stood by the fire cracked, because it remembered the bargain she had made with the Cat. And lo and behold, the Cat was lapping up warm white milk. "Oh, my enemy," said the Cat, "it is I, for you have spoken 3 words in my praise, and now I can drink the warm white milk 3 times a day for always and always and always." Well, that evening, when the man and the dog came into the cave, the woman told them the story of the bargain. The man said, "But he has not made a bargain with me. If you do not catch mice when you are in the cave for always and always and always, I will throw 5 things at you whenever I see you." And the dog said, "He has not made a bargain with me either. If you are not kind to the baby for always and always and always, I will hunt you till I catch you, and I'll bite you. Cat counted the dog's teeth and said, I'll be kind to the baby while I'm in the cave, as long as he does not pull my tail too hard, for always and always and always. And from that day to this, best beloved, men will always throw things at a cat, and dogs will chase him up a tree. But a cat keeps his side of the bargain too. But still he is the cat that walks by himself, and all places are alike to him.